Hello, everyone. This is Weldon Bishop. I'm joined by my cousin Scoop. And this is Full Disclosure, where we do live interviews and full panel discussions. And we have a couple of topics we're going to cover this week. So let's jump to it.
Let's get it.
Number one on the docket, I believe we were discussing with all the allegations that have come up recently against Diddy and against who else was it? It was I think Aaron Hall might have some pending.
Yeah.
Simmons,
Jamie
Foxx.
Everybody.
Yeah. So the question arises, how long because some of these allegations are from years past, how long should someone be able to wait before bringing these kinds of allegations against someone?
I don't think there's a statute of limitations. I think when we're talking about these situations, we're talking about a legal side and a civil side. And I think what we've seen lately is the civil cases. And there is normally a statute of limitations in different states of when you can file for civil action.
Yeah, true. I guess the discussion has been, though, not so much the legal side, but should it be amended that because like one of my friends, he said after 5 years you shouldn't be able to make accusations. I was like, 5 years is a quick turnaround. I don't think that's quite feasible. I hear what you're saying, but 5 years, that's
right.
5 years goes quick.
Right. I mean, can we put a time and a state stamp on trauma? With these, and normally we got to talk about this 9 times out of 10, trauma that mainly affected to women. So,
right.
In 9 times out of 10 is these men who are saying that, hey, you should have a certain amount of time frame.
Right.
We're not empathizing.
Right. Exactly. That was my point. I was like, you thinking like a guy, because I mean, if you've been done wrong, there shouldn't be. Whatever somebody does wrong, there shouldn't be a certain amount of time in which they can be prosecuted. If you were Nazi in Germany, and you were killing Jews in World War II, and they don't catch up to you till you're 90,
right?
You should still be prosecuted. There's no
right. And you flip the same thing around. You look at some of these. If you flip it around, you look at like the Catholic Church. These priests,
exactly,
and they're molesting these little boys is way beyond 5 years,
right?
50 years when they're finally able to adjust and sometimes remember some of the stuff that happened to them. So, in that situation, you're still saying the same thing,
Right? Yeah. And that being said, because I asked a female friend of mine, and she was with the Diddy case specifically, and her point was, 2 things can be true. He did it, and it's a money grab. 2 things can be.
Yeah, that is what a civil case is about.
right. I mean, he did it, and it could also be true that she was with her now trained her boyfriend. Was like, you know what? I used to fly on jets. we need to get this money. Both could be true.
Right.
I mean, but if he did it.
Is there a price tag? I don't know if you read the deposition of that case of what, she said or accused him of.
Yeah.
It's treacherous.
It's
treacherous. Yeah.
It's expensive. It's
I don't know if she got paid. If she could have got paid enough. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And how quickly he signed. I mean,
yeah.
Let's go volumes.
It seemed to suggest the fact that it got settled so quickly kind of suggested she was like, I got more. If we go to court, more's going to come out.
Right.
I told you before.
Get this out of the news cycle as quickly as possible.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. You don't want to know the real stuff.
Right. He was like, "Thank you, Draymond." Yeah, look me up.
Right. Yeah. So, Yeah, man, that's it's
Now,
unfortunate.
yeah, I would love to hear some females' point of view on this, and
Yeah,
some other guys, some different
yeah,
perspectives. Yeah,
definitely. And anyone who sees this and has anything to add, please in the comments, give your opinion on what you think about these particular cases, because I definitely want to hear.
right.
Let's see. So next, we've all been here. As a man, T.I. gets into a physical confrontation with his son. Every bull comes up and they puff their chest out and they get to get caved back in. Just checked a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just you got two boys yourself, so they can gang up on you. But
Yeah. I mean, I think in that situation, there was like that he wasn't being raised in the home the whole time. So
yeah, I
Ti
saw that.
he wasn't actually able to put that stamp on it like he needed to and wanted to.
Yeah,
And so in some ways, I think that he doesn't respect his son doesn't respect him the same way. He can pop off and say what he wants to say because he always able to run to his grandma's house.
right. Yeah,
So I think there's a little bit of that going on because every child is going to be different. But if you look at the other two, it's a distinct, it's a deep how they treat him and how the respect level they have for him as
yeah,
opposed to the youngest one.
yeah. Plus, he seemed to. There was a strong suggestion from him that because he is raised by his grandmother, what they portray in the reality show isn't what's real. Like as soon as the camera's off, he goes back to his grandmother's house.
Right, right, right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I never watched the show, but I've seen
yeah.
people say that he tried to allude, to Tiny and her mom, like y'all babble him, you're coddling him. But also part of that's on him. He was the dad.
Right.
Y'all put your
Yeah,
foot down somewhere.
yeah. True, true. Yeah, but yeah, it was. I kind of wondered because, like, after that happened, I saw like a flyer, like a club flyer, where they
Right.
were both supposed to be appearing. So I almost wondered, was this all manufactured for?
No, I don't think it was manufactured because you heard he pulled up, right?
Yeah, at the club. Yeah,
I don't think he manufactured that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
He's shutting it all down. He stand no
yeah.
business. So yeah.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you this: you're in the A area. Was
Mhm.
the affordable housing before or after this thing went down?
Was the
The the affordable housing he
I think
had.
that was before. I'm pretty sure that was before.
Okay. Well, that's unfortunate because it kind of puts a shadow a little bit on what he's
Right.
done before.
Positive things that he's
You know what I'm
doing in the
saying?
community. Yeah. Yeah,
Right.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I always hate that when, something happens to overshadow positive things that black celebrities are trying to do for the community.
Or
And
black men, period.
black men, period. Yeah. I
Right.
totally agree. Yeah. 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 I'm pretty sure that was like about a week or two before.
Right.
Yeah. But that was big for him to,
That's huge. That's
that's
huge.
really big. Yeah.
Yeah.
Him and Killer Mike have really gone out of their way to like make positive strides within their communities, as far as like helping people whose property taxes are soaring because gentrification, people are
Right.
moving back into, Bankhead part of the neighborhood because, they got affordable land and everything. So it was really good to see that he's doing that. But it definitely casts a shadow over it, unfortunately. I hate that. But yeah, staying in ATL, Young Thug is on trial. And
What does Thug stand for?
tell me, what is that?
You tell me. This is the first time I'm hearing it. I thought I knew what it stood for, but I guess I was wrong.
Yo, his lawyer ain't getting paid enough. He said,
Right.
his lawyer's saying all kinds of stuff.
Perry Mason, Matlock, rolled into one.
I know you were saying stuff. I know Young Thug was looking at it for real. Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Sound good to me.
Man, but it kind of it was a trip because I was looking at like Fat Joe was on some show recently, and he was saying that he was talking about, his lyrics, stuff that he says in his rap lyrics and stuff like that, Don Cortania and all that stuff. He's like, 99% of what I said is lies in rap, in rap. Like, because he's like, they're like, really? He's like, if I did half the stuff I said I did in rap songs, I'd be I'd be locked away forever. It's just
right.
So because they are using, some of the lyrics from Young Thug in testimony, should lyrics be used in a court of law?
I'm gonna say no, because I think that it's still an art form. So you should be able to express yourself however you choose to, and
Right.
whether someone is able to receive that or wants to receive that, that's on them. However, caveat is that if you are saying specific names, places, and dates,
Right.
you're just dumb. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, in that situation, yeah, it should be used against you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was, because I get, I've heard, I'm a big Biggie fan. Half stuff that he says, Frank White and everything like that. I know to take with a grain of salt, but like you said, if you're actually giving specifics, giving names, don't tell on yourself because it makes a good lyric or whatever like that.
Right.
He's buried behind my
right. I pulled up at click.
right. I mean, you got to be more careful than that. And
right.
I just wonder if, I would imagine, I mean, I could be wrong, but I would imagine if they've been surveilling him and his whole crew all this time, there's a reason they think that, he's saying some real stuff. I would think they're not just going off of, I mean, otherwise they'd be arresting every rapper in hip hop right now.
Right.
Stuff they said.
Right.
Right.
Well, how do we know they haven't surveilled and then followed up? They was like, went back and, man, he was on some bullshit. He wasn't really, it wasn't real. So
yeah,
I mean, we only know this because they actually pressed charges.
Right. So yeah, I don't know. It seemed like the reason they arrested him is because they've been surveilling him for a minute, and things that he was saying in his rap lyrics sounded like they were kind of adding up. So I don't know. It's like you said, it's a double-edged sword because it is an art form, and most of these guys that we hear, Jay-Z and everything, them rap about, we know that they're not really doing what they're doing, what they say they're doing. They're not flying to Colombia and, bringing back mega kilos and stuff like that. But I don't know.
And then a double part of this is, what happens if he is prosecuted? If he's prosecuted guilty, does that now change how people start expressing themselves?
Right. Yeah. Does that open the floodgates? Yeah, they start coming after. Yeah, true. I don't know. That's a good question.
Everybody turns into Drake.
Oh man, that's funny. All right. So next on the docket we got let's see. We already talked about that. I guess we talk about that. Tiffany Haddish being arrested for DUI.
I don't care. I mean, outside of she may have a problem and may hurt somebody, because it's like her second arrest.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I mean, we could talk about how she's self-imploding and just torpedoing her career and her social life and all of that. Yeah, we could talk about that, but
she was kind of on the rise up until like a lot of stuff started happening.
Yeah.
Like, really, I mean, Kevin Hart had taken her under his wing and everything like that, and but I don't know. Lately, it's just it's sad because she really did seem to have a very promising career, but I don't know what's You know what? I know what I'm going to talk about. What did you think about Cam shooting the shot?
Hey. Hey, I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm with it. I don't know what that picture that they took together recently, what that means, but
Right.
maybe it turns into something good, you know?
Because
I
I'm
mean,
pretty
he was
convinced.
bad initially. That was bad initially. But he was like, you know what? I've been waiting long enough. You know? So
he
right,
had to wait for Jeezy to get out the way first, because Jeezy was definitely
right, right, right.
when I saw the Jeezy interview, I was like, wait, Nia Long does interviews? What's
Now, I hope it's not a thing if he get with her and then he like, damn, I see why Ume was trying to. I get it. Hope it's not one of those situations.
Could be, never know. You know,
I mean, when people engage for like multiple years, something's wrong.
usually a reason, yeah.
Yeah, something wrong. Yeah. Okay, it's
Yeah,
like 10 years or something something crazy.
Yeah. So did you check in and reserve the church yet?
Now,
Let me get back to you.
right, right, right.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Because you never know. Nobody ever knows the whole side of the story when they usually lean one way or the other. But you
Yeah.
just and I'm not excusing anybody's infidelity or anything like that. But
And the
you can,
crazy thing about that Ume story is like usually everyone's good nowadays with social media and resources getting to the root of what's going on when it happened with this Josh Giddey thing. We knew the girl, her parents, where they live. I still don't know who is this white woman that Ume was with. We don't know. So to me, I'm like, that makes it's deep.
yeah.
It's deep. So
Celtics and the NBA buried that story so quick, boy.
yeah.
They buried that quick. Yeah, that's true. They protected her identity and everything. And normally, those kind of situations, like I guarantee you, if it was a black girl, we would have known everything about her.
She would her picture would have been posted first.
Yep.
Like, who is this? Oh, okay.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, man. But yeah, but man,
When does Draymond come back?
when is what?
When does Draymond come back?
I don't. Silver's soft, man. Stern would have had Draymond suspended for like probably almost a year by now. I mean,
I think
because
he comes back like January or February.
yeah, it just he doesn't have to play for the holidays. Boo hoo. There's
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
yeah. Silver's soft. I mean, that Stern would have had him. He definitely would have been out for at least half a year. I think.
Right.
I mean, because you got multiple incidents adding up to everything that he's done. So yeah, I think Stern would have laid into him. Stern would have laid down the hammer.
Right. And if he comes back, I don't know if he's still with the Warriors.
Yeah, because I don't know, that loyalty thing only goes so far. I mean,
I think he's still only there because of Steph wanting him to be there. But
yep.
I mean, the best ability is availability. And if
Right. Yeah. I think Clay probably goes even before him though. I think
you got to package them because I think separately you don't get enough to move.
I don't know if you keep Draymond as kind of like a Udonis kind of guy, just kind of
no.
keep everybody
was a positive influence in the locker room. He is the exact opposite. He needs to go somewhere where like the Pistons or something, where they need some type of culture, some type of edge. They got a lot of young pieces that maybe a 2 or 3 team deal, like what I'm saying, something like that. But yeah,
but yeah, his I mean, he really the last championship he really wasn't contributing that much. He was already on the downslide at that point.
Yep, that's true. I don't even know why they gave him this 100 million for 4 years.
Yeah, And they dodged the bullet because you saw they offered Clay a contract they would have been tied into that he turned down.
Well, it was what, two
2 years,
50,
yeah,
something
50 or
like that.
60, something like that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he thinks he's worth more, and I think he a little bit in his feelings because they went and took care of Draymond before they took care of him, and
Right.
he feels like, I'm a little bit more important, especially now.
Yeah.
I don't think that's true, but that's how he feels. So
Yeah. Maybe not. No.
yeah.
Because I remember how upset he was that he wasn't in that top 75 list. And I was like,
Oh no, I couldn't see him in the top 75. I couldn't see him. Now he deserves to be in the top 75 over Damian Lillard.
well, yeah. Well, I could think of a couple of people that should have been in the top 75 over Damian Lillard.
Yeah. So
And
that's
none
what
of
I'm
them
saying.
Damian Lillard. But,
Yeah, I see where he was coming from in that aspect. Like, I should have made the top 75, but his ability to separate and create his own shot is not where it was. I don't think he's ever going to get back that way.
Nah, I agree. Yeah, once you lose that quick doesn't come back, man. It's
Right.
Especially after the kind of injury that he had.
Injuries.
Yeah, injuries. Yeah, plural. You're right. Yeah, so I mean, it happens to the best of them. He's got 4 rings to show for it. I mean, what else can you say? I mean, he's getting into the Hall.
Oh yeah, he's definitely in the Hall, first ballot. Yeah. He'll want to give it up though. So
yeah, but Father Time is undefeated, man.
Right.
It is what it is.
Except LeBron.
Except LeBron, right. Yep. Steroids is a hell of a drug. Yep. Man. But yeah. But nah, man. So I guess we'll just go ahead and wrap it up.
All right, cool.
But thanks for joining me, man. I really appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And you take care and say hi to the family for me.
All right, will do. Same to you.
All right, man. And this has been Full Disclosure. You guys be sure to like and subscribe if you like what you see. And we'll see you next time. Thank you.
Bye.